Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable Mr. Aminullah SPT MPK of English lesson and all of my beloved audience. Before we start our presentation today, let's reciting Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. For the next agenda is introduction and presentation session. The topic of this presentation today is
Hello, my name is Mia Puspitasari as a first presenter.
Hello, my name is Isma Nur Faida as a second presenter.
Hello, my name is Zawa Zarul Nabila as a third presenter.
Hello, my name is Nailatul Soleh Salsabila as a last presenter.
Question number 1. What Indonesian Biodiversity? Orangutan Conservation. Indonesia adalah negara dengan keanekaragaman hayati tertinggi nomor 2 setelah Brazil. Indonesia terletak di garis khatulistiwa yang terdiri dari 1,3% wilayah darat, 12% mamalia ditemukan di Indonesia, dan 17% kehidupan liar dunia dan habitat endemik lainnya. Question number 2. Who Indonesian Biodiversity? Orangutan. Who are the subject of research? People doing research. Insinyur Wanto MSD, Director General of Nature Conservation and Ecosystem. Insinyur Sukandar Triguna Jasa, Head of BKSDA Kalimantan. Dr. Signar for Paus Primatologists, and Dr. Ishak Yasir, Head of Banitex KSDA. Question number 3. When Indonesian Biodiversity? 27 February 2020 in S. Kalimantan. Where Indonesian Biodiversity as Kalimantan. Question number 5. Why biologists conducts that research and exploration? The research is about orangutan conservation. Orangutan conservation is called out because of habitat loss and habitat change that are very rich and extensive, which have an impact on the loss of living space for orangutans. So, the Jejak Pulang working with KSDA to make observation and to strengthen their function in the protection, supervision, and security of KDTK. Question number 6. How biologists conduct the research and exploration? The Jejak Petualang mission is to help conserve orangutans by training motherless baby orangutans to return to life in the wild. Orangutan rehabilitation is very important and indeed to continue because the less the context, the more orangutans have the ability to adaptation back to nature. So, interaction with baby orangutans becomes very important to do, and it will affect their success and ability to adaptation back to nature. Question number 7. What do you think about Indonesian biodiversity? Orangutan conservation is very important. The existence of orangutans is very important for the sustainability of ecosystem in the forest because orangutans are able to protect other animals in the same habitat. Therefore, orangutans are referred to as umbrella species because they can protect other animals in the same habitat.
Now, I directly question number 1. What Indonesia biodiversity? Indonesia is known as a country that has a variety of biodiversity ranging from genus, species to ecosystem in area. Number 2. Who is involved in biodiversity management? Who? Yep, Siti Nurbaya, one of the Minister of Environment and Forestry. Number 3. When is the release date of the video you watched? 18 November 2018. Number 4. Where is biodiversity protection? 1. Sumatra tiger, Sumatra elephant, Javan gimbal, Javan eagle, Malayan tapir, Javanese bull, Javanese leopard, and Rafflesia in Bengkulu. Number 5. Why biologists conduct that research? To maintain biodiversity so that it does not become extinct, and to preserve it so that it is known to the wider community. Number 6. How do Indonesians manage biodiversity? Monitoring and safeguarding flora and fauna, patrolling, traveling for animals, and not trading in liars. Number 7. What do you think about Indonesia biodiversity? Indonesia is a mega biodiversity country with abundance of the endemic species, more than 17,000 islands spread in more than 2 million kilometers.
Now, I directly first question. What Indonesian biodiversity? Indonesian biodiversity is diversity of plant species, animals, microorganisms, as well as all ecosystem and ecological process that exist in Indonesia. And question number 2, who is involved in the Indonesian biodiversity research in the video you watch? 1. Agustinus Momo, Ayapokiar villager Tambarau. 2. Atavia Momo, Ayapokiar villager Tambrau. And 3. Ria Saryanti as Indonesian bird watchers and researchers. And number 4. Ditwil Iklam, Tambrau Regency Tourism and Culture Office. And number 5. Sebastian van Bellen as ornithologist. And number 6. Dr. Mirza Dikari Kusrini, MSc as Department of Resources Conservation and Ecotourism, Bogor Agricultural University. And the last, Gabriel Asem as Regent of Tambrau. And question number 3, when is the release date of the video you watch? 9 October 2018. Question number 4, where the diversity research was conducted in Tambrau, West Papua. Question number 5, why biologists conduct that research? Introducing the biodiversity in Tambrau, West Papua, especially bird species, and explaining the natural beauty that exists in Tambrau. And question number 6, how biologists conduct that research? By going directly to the place being observed and interviewing the local people and invite the Tambrau community to do conservation. And question number 7, what do you think about Indonesian biodiversity in Tambrau? Tambrau has very rich biodiversity, ranging from beautiful scenery, various flora and fauna, and much more, so that it can attract many tourists to come to visit. Therefore, this diversity must be maintained. Thank you.
Okay, directly to the first question. What is biodiversity? Biodiversity is everything that overall forms of life from giants, species, microorganisms, ecosystem, and ecological process. Because of that, we know Indonesian biodiversity is all kind of living things in Indonesia. Apalagi keberagaman hayati Indonesia itu tertinggi di dunia nomor 2. Jadi bisa kita bayangkan seberapa indahnya keberagaman hayati di Indonesia ini. The second question is, who is involved in biodiversity management based on the video? The first is Siopinze Hanasbe as an English villager, Organes Marije as an English headman, and the last is Reza Arisandi as a member of BBKSDA or Balai Besar Konservasi Sumber Daya Alam Papua. The third is, when the release date of the video that you watched, January 2021. The fourth question is, where is the biologist conduct the research? In Engros Village, Yote Fabay, Jayapura City, Papua. Fourth question, why biologists conduct the research or observation? Because originally this bay was a natural tourist park since 19,087, which is now 1,089 hectares, and every village in this bay has a woman forest. Woman forest is a mangrove area that managed traditionally in the Engros Village. Why is it called woman forest? Padahal kan itu hutan mangrove, tapi kenapa kok dipanggil hutan perempuan? Because di sana itu adalah tempat para perempuan mencari kerang. And
terus ada perempuan yang melihat dan perempuan itu berteriak, laki-laki itu akan mendapat denda. Another reason is when they gather at the forest, they can freely tell each other about their lives because in the village they aren't given the opportunity to talk. Jadi kalau misalnya di desa mereka tuh tidak diberi hak atau kesempatan untuk berbicara, jadi mereka itu lebih leluasa bercerita kepada para perempuan saat di hutan perempuan. Unfortunately, the mangrove forest is now under threat of extinction. Because of that, biologists conduct the research or observation untuk menemukan apa sih penyebab dari punahnya hutan perempuan ini. Karena sekarang itu hutan perempuan hanya ada pada Engros Village ini. Jadi Engros Village itu cuma satu-satunya kampung yang mempunyai hutan perempuan. The last question is, what do you think about Indonesian biodiversity based on the video? Indonesian natural potential is extraordinary, especially the sea. Karena Indonesia itu terdiri dari 70%-nya lautan dan 30%-nya adalah daratan. Indonesian mangrove area is the largest and most biodiverse in the world, with 331 million hectares of mangrove area, accounting for more than 20% of the global total. It's so beautiful, but inversely proportional to the existing problems. It's like the first is littering, dari banyak orang yang membuang sampah tidak pada tempatnya. Second is many workshop throw oil into the river until it drives into the sea, which causes the quality of the fish to be low. Jadi banyak orang yang berpikiran bahwa lautnya itu sudah tercemar dan tidak bernelayan lagi ke sana. Jadi mata pencahariannya mereka itu berkurang. The third is illegal logging of mangrove is mostly done by outsiders, bukan dari orang kampung aslinya, jadi lebih dari orang kotanya. It all happen because they don't know that mangrove play an important role in many things. For example, western sea waves that will hit the area around the bay. Jadi bayangkan, Indonesia ini kan 70%-nya terdiri dari lautan. Kalau misalnya tidak ada mangrove yang menahan gelombang laut besar, lalu pasti kalau ada bencana itu daratannya pasti akan terlahap. The second is play important roles in reducing greenhouse gas emission. The third, this coastal ecosystem also play crucial roles in the feeding and breeding cycle of many fish species, important for Indonesian commercial catch. Fourth, protecting coastal communities from natural disaster. Fifth, providing livelihoods for the coastal communities. And the last is marine tourism actors and fishermen. Therefore, the solution to overcome this condition is building or conducting mangrove nurseries and planting, instilling the ideology that nature is mother who gives life to the whole community. Ibu yang harus kita agungkan, yang harus kita jaga, yang harus kita muliakan, bukan kita gunakan sebagai budak yang dapat kita manfaatkan secara berlebihan. Juga ideologi bahwa alam ini bukan hanya dipakai untuk kita sekarang, tapi untuk masa depan seperti anak-anak kita, cucu-cucu kita. The third is carrying out rehabilitation and conservation. This effort must also be supported by the community and parties because it requires no small amount of money. And the last is an integrated waste management from the upstream to the downstream, as well as the cycling up activities are a view of the solutions of reduce plastic pollution in the ocean.
Thank you for all the presenters. Before we close our presentation today, I want to say thank you for all your participation. Hopefully this presentation today will be benefit for us. To close this agenda, let's say Alhamdulillah together. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin.